All right, people, welcome again to M. Get some volume in this mic. I think that's supposed to be good. All right, people, welcome again to MG Sports TV. Hopefully, you guys are doing good. I don't really intend to do a prolonged show, but before I get into anything, there's this. I just saw it actually. So basically, it's like a record. So it's just like a small story. I'm gonna tell you guys. So this is what. So, a donkey. Let me just make it clear. All right. So let me just pull this away. Good. So hopefully you guys are doing good enough because I think it's definitely a wonderful Monday morning. Certainly expecting to see it. So a donkey and a donkey and a monkey was having. Is it monkey? I don't want to quote it wrong. Anyways, but a donkey and a bear was having a conversation, and the donkey said that the grass is blue and the bear said the grass is green. And they had an interaction about it, and they couldn't come to a conclusion. So they went to the lion, which is the king of the jungle, and asked the donkey asked the lion, said, "Isn't it that the grass is blue?" That's what the donkey said now. And the lion said, "Yes, it is." And the donkey said, "So how is it that the bear is telling me otherwise? You should punish him for stating such a false fact." And the lion said, I will certainly punish him for that. I'm going to give him some punishment for some 1 year or something of silence." And the donkey laughed and went away. So the bear said, "Isn't it that the grass is green? We all doesn't that the fact that we all know that the grass is green." And the lion said, "Yes, it is a fact that the grass is green." And then the donkey said, the bear said, "So why are you punishing me if I am actually the one who's correct?" The lion said, "I am punishing you because you should not be arguing with someone stupid, someone who doesn't have the basic aspect of life, who don't relate with certain aspects of life. And that's the reason why you're getting the punishment. That's the sole reason why you're getting the punishment, because you should not be arguing with someone who cannot look past their own biases, who have their own innate hatred, and they try to depict it on others." Now, the reason I'm saying this is I've seen so much platform where as someone discuss or say anything about the Jamaica Premier League, the first thing that they say is Bush League. That's the first thing that they say. Bush League. That's the first thing that they say. So it doesn't matter what you want to say about the Jamaica Premier League. That's the first thing. So there's an innate hatred, dislike, just discontent towards the Jamaica Premier League. It's not the best league in the world. We all know that. But it doesn't matter what you want to say to others. You will never convince them that there's anything good there. You'll never, because they already have that innate hatred, that innate dislike, that distaste. They have all that already packed. So it makes no sense argue with these people. So I try my best not to argue with them. So what I do, I agree with them. Say, okay, that's what you say. Say, I agree with them. And it teach me a lesson that people will always have their own biases, and you can't take that away. You just can't take that away. It doesn't matter what the situation is. It doesn't matter what, even if the evidence is there, the logic is there, you come with facts. They will not look past that because they have their own bias. They have their own bias. So, certainly, that's just an aspect of life. Now, I for one, I do understand if someone wants to call a league a Bush League, but my question is, and this is the only thing I'm going to touch on that aspect. My question is, if it's a Bush League, why are you watching it? When you see a stream going on and the first thing the person come in the comment section said, "Big Bush League," why are you watching it? Why are you watching it then? Why you feeling need to turn on your television and turn on Jamaica Premier League? Why you feel the need to do that? Why you feel the need to do that then? It's a big bush league. Why you feel the need to do that? And even if it's bush league, why you feel the need to say it then? Why you feel the need to degrade it, to belittle it, to downgrade it? Why you feel the need to do that? What does it do to you? What does it make? Does it make you a better person? When you belittle the players, when you belittle the league itself, belittle everything about it, does it make you a better person? No, we understand that it's not the best league in the world, but does it make you a better person by belittling it? So, I personally, I don't understand. I watch football from all walks of the earth. Different leagues. I used to watch Damian Lowdown by in I think Al Ittihad. I watched a lot of leagues. I'm watching now in Iceland. King and Busy watch your games in Iceland, and it's just strange. And I've seen other leagues where we're worse in Europe, where we're worse than our league, and they have more finances. The quality is very poor, but that's just in the natural nature of people. All right. So let's get to the 6 minutes worth of lamenting. Let's get to the meat of the matter, as I didn't intend for it to be a long show. But if you don't like the league, simple, don't watch it. If you don't watch it, you don't need to comment. Simple as that. You don't like the league, don't watch it. You don't need to watch it. Alright, so let's make this a little bit better. Lamar said, which app you use to watch the league? In Iceland, I don't watch it. I don't use an app. I use a website named 11sport.com. That's the name of the website, 11sport.com. That is the name of the website. And their next match is Friday. The next match they have is Friday. I think it's 9 a.m. in the morning. That's their next match. I'm actually looking at it right now. It's 9 a.m. in the morning. Certainly. So, don't watch it because of Bush League. Simple as that. I have nothing more to say to you guys. Anyways, people, last night they turn up. Match them last night, they're hot. Very disappointed in the performances from Harbour and Arnett. Very disappointed. I expected a lot more where the performance is concerned. I expected a lot more where the performance is concerned. Give me a second, people. I'm getting a phone call. Alright, so I'm supposed to collect something, people. So I'm probably gonna run out here for about 3 minutes or so. I know, sir. Anyways, so the match, I'm pretty much disappointed in Arnett Gardens and Harbour View. I personally thought that they would have given us something more. In my preview, I actually had for the preview, and I actually had Harbour View and Arnett advancing. So I got both of those tremendously wrong. I got both of those wrong. So hats off to Cavaliers, hats off to Mount Pleasant. They have done wonderful. And I say it's a brilliant season. Unfortunately, not all the time when you finish the league on top, it necessarily equates to you winning the title. That's just how it's set up. And that's just how it is. That's just definitely how it's set up. Alright, that's just how the league set up. So I'm gonna bring up on the screen right now the run of form for both teams. So basically this is something like a small preview. And I have to say, Tapper Whitmore definitely put some respect on top of him. Yeah, put some respect on top of him, people. We're gonna have to put some respect on top of him now, people. Yeah? We're definitely gonna have to put some respect on top of him. And I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why we have to put some respect on top of him. Alright, so first of all, there has been many coaches, a lot of coaches who have passed through Mount Pleasant, a lot of coaches with even the UEFA license as well, who tried to achieve what Tapper achieved in getting Mount Pleasant team. This is the first they've ever gone to a final. Now, the thing is, because this is their first final, they have an experienced coaching staff, they have experienced players, but it's their first final. It's their first final together. It's their first final together. Certainly, that plays a big part. Now, as you can see, let's have a look at how this is the fixture setup. As you can see on top right, we have Mount Pleasant going up against Dumbo Olin. As you know, Mount Pleasant. Let me tell you what I can say about Mount Pleasant. You made the right choice with Dumbo Olin. You made the right choice with Dumbo Olin. I have to say that. I have to say that. I tell people, I genuinely have to say that. You made the right choice with Dumbo Olin. And those who know me talk about know exactly what I talk about. I'm Sean Murphy, big up. I'm Javis Luck, big up. King Lee said, big up. Lamar said, which up? Oh, just watch it. Everything, big up. Nothing is wrong with our league. Boston said, people believe in JPL likewise overseas players, so we won't get away from that. True. Shad said, good night. So you're saying people are not allowed to criticize the league? And as you said, it's their own bias. No. Yes, you can criticize the league. Everyone criticizes the league. But what does it benefit? What does it benefit you when you purchase this consistent aid towards the league, but you're watching it? Why watch it then? Criticize it, but why you watch it? So is that me saying Shaz? It's like me saying this now, Shaz. Me not like Mount Pleasant team, but yes, still every day I sit down and watch any team. That don't make no sense. It don't make no sense at all. Me not like League One, not England, but me sit down and watch it. Does that make any sense? It don't make no sense. If you don't like a particular food, you're not gonna consume it. You will not consume it. If you don't like a particular entertainment, you won't consume it. So why you consume something and turn around and say you don't like it, and you still consume it? Me don't understand that part there. I don't really understand that part. Marlon, big up Marlon. Was Mount Pleasant and Cavalier the two better teams over 180 minutes? Alright, so for the first leg, the Mount Pleasant, the Cavaliers versus Harbour game, I thought for the first leg, Harbour was the better team. Unfortunately, they weren't clinical. For the first leg. Over the two leg, I thought Mount Pleasant solely deserved their result. Now, the reason I said I'm disappointed with Arnett and disappointed with the performance, the result can't go anywhere. But I expected a more showcasing performance from Arnett. Mount Pleasant stepped it up a notch, and the Arnett team just could not match the level that Mount Pleasant stepped it up. They just couldn't match it, and that's what I'm talking about. Where that is concerned, the Mount Pleasant team stepped, like both teams were right here. So, for example, like the first leg, right? Arnett versus Mount Pleasant. This is what happened. Mount Pleasant started very high. This is Arnett. Mount Pleasant even started the game so high. At the end of the game, two teams they end on this level. Both teams end at this level. For this game in particular, Mount Pleasant start right here. And for the whole entire game, Arnett was like right here. So Arnett never necessarily raised them level. So then just remain. So that's the reason I'm disappointed with the performance. So because of that, they didn't raise the level to the Mount Pleasant arm level. So Mount Pleasant were very much victorious. And in football, these are some smaller details. I personally thought that Trevante was brilliant. For the first game now, this is Harbour Cavaliers. Game ended 1-0. Harbour Cavaliers, and the game ended 1-0. Harbour played a lot better football in that first leg. Unfortunately, still conceded a goal. They didn't score, so you have to score. For the second leg, I thought Cavaliers rose their level, and this is how the game ended. And Cavaliers actually still score. I think Cavaliers went a little bit above Harbour View as well, in where that is concerned. But it's my perspective. It's my perspective. It's how I view the game. Remember, we all don't have to see the game the same. Come on, Guna. Mount Pleasant new to Premier League. Yeah, the club new to Premier League in a Shaz. But you have to remember, look at the squad that they have. The players that they have are very experienced players. Players who have won titles before at numerous clubs. Players who have been to finals. Players who have been in semi-finals. Then you have a coaching staff who is very, very experienced as well. So even though the club itself is new, the staff, the coaching staff and the players are not new to the league. Kim just said, if only we could have all our venues look like Sabina with similar quality coverage, that would be awesome. Alright, so the thing about it, you have to understand. Alright, so football, it's a final. Quarterfinals, semi-finals, you will find people turning out to come and watch these games. But below that, you don't find that so often. So that's the reason why Arnett to me personally, JPL, in the Premier League, is like a special project. In the Jamaica Premier League, Arnett is like a special project. Reason being, the club itself has such a close connection with the fan base. So that's the reason why the fans are consistently coming out. Last night, when the game was ended, there was when the Cavaliers Harbour View game ended, there was no celebration. Little to no celebration. Celebration from the Cavaliers players, but there was little to no celebration. The few fans who kind of laid back a bit were mostly Harbour View fans. Cavaliers don't really have a fan base. They don't really have a fan base. So most of these teams don't necessarily resonate with the clubs. Most of them with the fans. So when you see an Arnett play, even Water, when you see Water play, you can know say, alright, so may I get a call now, people. May I say, look like me have to make a run. Alright, people, may I go big, about 2 minutes, about 2 minutes. Just around to give somebody something. Just drop off something. Shaz said, Guna, what expected when a club have money, they will get the best talents there is to play for them. That's true. And let me show you something, right? So, if Mount Pleasant should win, there's two factors here. May I show you something? Two factors. If Cavalier should win the league, it shows that you don't have to spend a huge sum of money to necessarily win the league. If Mount Pleasant win the league, it shows that having the best talents, paying your players quality money, making players comfortable, you will guarantee success. So there's two sides to that. In the meantime, let's go and discuss that, people. Give me a second. Let me go give somebody something. Alright. Yeah, so me go get me my fi update, you know. 2,000 a month, people, for me unlimited. 2,000 a month. So think about that, yeah? Unlimited. 2,000 a month, unlimited. Links. links get to anything in Jamaica. Anyways, alright, so we're back on top now, people. We are back on top. Certainly on top. Alright, so I'm going to jump in the comment section. Quite a few persons in the comment section. Francis said credit to Mount Pleasant, but Arnett were very poor. The style they were playing was baffling. I don't think so. Shad said, come on, oh, just read that. King, only if we have all revenues like that. Just read that. Marlon said, Arnett was out-coached yesterday because Mount Pleasant played a high press on against Arnett and couldn't recover from it. True. Arnett find it difficult to deal with Trevante. Very, very difficult. I think Trevante had a brilliant game yesterday. A really, really good game. Guna, you're not going to get the out of football. People will criticize all day. Doesn't mean they won't watch for one. It's the love of the sport. Yeah, but Bobby and said, Shaz, if you love something, no, alright, you love the sport, but fine. But if you not like mackerel, you go eat mackerel. if you not like bully beef, you go eat bully beef. Just saying. Because the love eat food means you go eat it the same way. And you not like it? Yeah. On in the mats up. Guys, people, smash the like, hit the like button, people, please. Guna, that's what you expect from a club. Have money, they will get the best talents. There is to play for them. The difference with Cav, they have most of their players. They have most of their players for over a particular time. Shaz, you see the Cavaliers team? That Cavaliers team that you see played against Harbour yesterday had 2 16-year-olds as the 2 central midfielder. That Cavaliers team that we saw yesterday had 2 16-years-old in the middle of the park. 2 16-year-old. The backline average age at 19. The average age for the midfield at 16. The average age for the front line, I think at 19. I think Colin would be the older one. I think Colin about 22. So may I tell her. Kevin Marlon said, Kevin Williams, big up yourself. Javon Play said, Mirella said some people hate Tapa so much that they want him fail in everything he does. They need to go to church and pray. That is true. Why? That is, I don't really understand that. You know, I really don't understand that. And that is actually true. A lot of persons don't like him. And the funny thing about it, you know, Javon, a lot of them don't know him. They just don't like him because of reports that they would heard, things happening with the reggae boys. That's the whole reason. But they have never really had a discussion with him. I have a discussion with Tapa. I've sit and talk with Tapa. He's generally a humble person. So there's no reason to hate the man because you hate the man personally because of football. At the end of the day, football will always be here now. We won't, you know. So why carry that level of hatred? Let me see where do I reach? Tapa Masterclass, he said, Shad said, how many double holding players at Mount Pleasant? And remember, these players all started for double holding who got beaten by Harbour. Quite a few. Bygrave, Phillips, who else? Think of Bygrave and Phillips alone? I miss couple. Am I missing a couple? Think of Bygraves and Phillips alone. From double holding. I could be missing a few. But I know they purchased a few double holding players. And the technical director from Dumby is there as well. What else? But they have Shandy James. They have a lot of players. Even Shandy James will come and score. He's an Arnett player now. And I said the moment I saw Shandy James come on, because Cephas was here, and Cephas are reason. I said Cephas, it's a psychological game. Mount Pleasant are play here now. Mount Pleasant playing a psychological game here, bringing on one of their previous players, one of their previous stars, you know, to come and play against them. And guess who scored? Shandy James has himself scored. Jason said, if that is all to eat, then you will eat it. Roman, big up me two side Harbour and Arnett lose. No reach final. I see a rough, I see a salt. You two team them where you support God. You salt, man. Kyle, big up Kyle. Big up Kyle Wallace from the Reggae Boy Supporters Club. My respect. Give Tapper his ratings. He earned it in the JPL. I have to say that. I have to say so. Lot of coaches. Mount Pleasant have seen a lot of top quality coaches. And they haven't brought Mount Pleasant to the final like what Tapper did. So you have to give him his credit. Tapper and Ferguson seems to be a very good combination. And funny enough, the coach is with Tapper right now at Mount Pleasant. Long Tapper try to get him to come in the national program. I know Tapper try to get him to come in the national program for them work together. But, and so once you're vocal, well, Ferguson is very vocal. And once you're vocal against the JFF, things kind of tough for them to see eye to eye with you. Personal feelings always are getting away. Anyways, people, guys, don't forget to have a 60%. Smash the like button. Roman said, just earlier read that. Shad said the reason why people are against Tapper is the failure to carry the country to World Cup. Yeah, but funny enough, Shad, they see, let me show you. It's as much as though even me beat Tapper for that as well. But don't you think it's quite unfair when other coaches also get the opportunity to, and they didn't do it? And it's going to be hard to really defend him on that. I can't defend him on that. But I don't hear us saying other coach behaving like other with the other coaches as well who have tried and it didn't work out. I don't really hear that. I don't hear that. I don't get the same energy despite other coaches who have tried and it didn't work out. I don't get the same energy. So why all of the hatred, all of that build up is going towards him? Yeah, Marlon said, yeah, Dyer, Bygrave, Bailey, Phillips are the players. Thank you very much. Thank you for refreshing me. So me see the purpose, me see the reason of shots, but it don't project to anyone else except Tapper. He's the only one it's projected to. He's the only person that it's projected to. Jason Gunnar said, it's the life of a coach. No result, you get beaten. Yeah, me know. me know that. It's the life of a coach. You're gonna bring up the results, you're gonna cough up the results, you are going to get beaten. No. I do believe that that's just a part of football. Just said, cause of his team selection MG, why him get so much beaten. No, but by the end of the year, other persons who have tried different stuff as well, it still never work out. Remember, the last time we went to the World Cup was 1998. Factoring how much World Cup cycle was in between that. And Tapper took charge of 2 World Cup cycles in that during that time period. Didn't make it, but how much? Let me say 1998. Good. You have 2002, 2006, 2010, 2014, 2018, 2022, 2022. So that's 6 6 World Cup cycles. 6. Tapper took charge of 2 of them. What about the accountability for the other 4? Shaz said, Guna, the rest of the coach is not the eyeline of the fan. So that's the thing, Shaz. So everybody tumble everything upon him. So come like say, since 98, based off of how people have behaved, and him are the reason why since 98 we don't make it. Yeah, so I don't he rough. Yes, he's the most recent, so it feels like him get more, but all of them get it, to be honest. Yeah. Omarion Spence said, when is the finals? The finals is this Sunday coming. So people come out. Turn out. I beg you, turn out. Come support some football. Come watch some football. It is good. I'm telling you, it is good. And people, know a lot of persons. Which part me sit down, me sit down kind of one good section, me sit down. And other side, you have a lot of people who come from foreign and all these scouts and these people who come to watch the games and stuff. And they enjoy themselves. They really, really enjoy themselves. Big up Riley Moya. Don't you have work? You don't have work? Bless up, thank you very much for coming. Norman, big up. Kevin said, however, he was one of my favorite players when he played. Most Jamaicans, Tapper one of their favorite. Walter Boyd and Tapper, I think, are the 2 most famous Jamaican players, I think. Walter Boyd and Tapper. I think so. Would you say Walter Boyd and Tapper? The 2 most famous Jamaican domestic player come from Jamaica. Can't me I try probably not Marlon. That probably know a few more. Cause Marlon, you know, follow football but from what I've seen, I think those two players, people love to hear from from them too. Yeah, and funny enough, you know. Funny enough, you know a funny thing about it? I and T got as well. Funny enough, you know about it? Whenever I do an interview with Tapa, a lot of persons want to hear what I have to say. Despite them have them personal bias, them want to hear what I have to say. Because they want to hear what error. They want to hear what error. They just want something for slander. It's very unfortunate, you know. Me I get tell Tapa get a lot of beat, man, just unnecessarily. But he's doing a brilliant job so far. I have to give him credit where that is concerned. Dazil said, Lenny, that's a Lenny. Fabi Frano said, I have to put Nana in it as well. I would agree. Jesse said, even with fans, evaluate talent differently. Bibi Fuller reach further, but most don't rate them as the best. Tapa, Black, and Nandi get more, our best ever vote most times. I think so. I think it has to do with feelings. So it has to do with feelings. So even though Bibi and Fuller and these guys would have gone at a higher heights, I do believe that the feeling that the Black Pearl and the Tapa when they were playing, the feeling that they gave you get this wholesome feeling of raw talent and make you enjoy football. And remember, you know, even though football is about reaching the pinnacle, football is about getting good money or playing at the highest level, it still has that entertainment value about it where you want to enjoy football. That's the reason why a lot of persons like to see like the likes of Martinelli, even though goals are scored. A lot of goals are, so for example, like Alan. Crazy amount of goals Alan has scored. But in context, a lot of persons would want to see players who are doing something with the ball, who are enjoying football, like a Ronaldinho. That's the reason why Ronaldinho will always be amongst the greatest of the greatest for everybody who watch football. Only person who don't know is who are just coming up now. So once ever you watch and witness Ronaldinho, that feeling that he gave to you, you will never forget that feeling. Despite where Ronaldo and Messi and all these guys that are doing where goal scoring is a factor. Even Messi as well. But the feeling of enjoying football, the feeling of giving life to football is where that keeps you going in the heart. So I think Black Pearl and Tapa gave the fans that, gave the Jamaican support that. I think they gave that. It boils down to the feel that you get from the players. Though Spence said Fuller never really produced or scored many goals in the Reggae Boys jersey. True, but in the same sense, he still played at a particular high level. So in regards to credence where that is due, I think that's an aspect that you factor in. But where the Reggae Boys is concerned, you have to be that man in the Reggae Boys level. So Tapa went to the World Cup, scored her first goal and stuff. So I have to give credit for that. Peter Mystic said it's a second leg final. It's 2-leg final. No, you ever seen a 2-leg final? Is there a 2-leg final? I've never seen a 2-leg final. Shaw said Guna Tapa is like Lampard, have a great playing career, but fail at coach. Fail at coach? The man they want finals, you know. Remember in Ghana, Tapa go a Gold Cup finals. You can't say fail as coach. Many coaches haven't done that. So I won't say fail as coach. I won't say he fail. I won't use the term fail. He's in the Jamaica Premier League final. You know much coach in the Jamaica Premier League have never reached the final? A lot of them have never reached the final. And a lot of persons will say they rate them highly over Tapa. And they haven't reached the final. And in context, Tapa also brought the Reggae Boys to a Gold Cup final. Didn't he win the Caribbean Cup? I'm not sure. I'm not gonna say it. I was a part of the coaching staff when they won the Caribbean Cup. So I can't contextualize that failure. Big up Richie. Big up my blessings. And Dawson said, back then there was so many to choose from. Hyde, Original, Zuki from CC. Art of Love said German Hughes was raw talent but never raw. German, the first time I see German, I never say man bad effort. Bad. So I play like German who where you see talent. When in the Premier League, you see raw talent. Unfortunately, he never really hit the heights going forward. So Fuller, a player like Fuller now, where him overseas, him dominate. But unfortunately for regular boys, him did score now. But the feeling when you want to get, if you say, boy, he's the man, he's the main man, you didn't really get that. So maybe despite him playing at a higher level and having a bigger CV, so you have to respect his resume, maybe it not resonate with most of the fan them like how a Tapper would. But certainly you have to respect him, respect what he do, because he still get moments of that good feeling from him and stuff. And he also had a brilliant, I think he had a very, very good career. A career that many players haven't really had. Not just Jamaican players, but worldwide. A career that not everyone get the opportunity to play the Premier League. Not everyone, especially to be a club legend as that. And Fuller is one. So, which is wonderful. Let me see. Dwight Spence said Fuller one of the top club footballers that Jamaica has produced. 100%. I agree with that. Daza said it's not goal most remembered, it's magic, moments of magic. That is true. I think so, because if you should say Messi, the most thing you're going to remember is not really goal, you know, or the dribble. Angela Messi, Angela Messi. Yeah, the dribbling, them look at something there. The things them when do with the ball, or they manipulate the ball, those things you're more likely to remember. You remember the goal, of course. That's the reason why I do believe that it's a Ronaldo is easier to fade than a Messi. Let me tell you why. And why listen keenly, people? Why listen keenly, right? Just the same as Fat Ronaldo and Ronaldinho. Fat Ronaldo, prolific goal scorer, elite. Some of the goals they score, some little round corner, back head, some little something. But the feeling we get when you watch Ronaldinho, the ball manipulation, the magical moments, even though I won't take it away from Fat Ronaldo, he gave you that. But what you gave for Ronaldinho is that it's just pure. It's like it's God-given. Same as with Messi, Ronaldo. Ronaldo, purebred goal scorer, versus a Messi where you get most of the magical moments. So your feeling stay longer with you than just a goal scorer. Look at this now. Alan, I can't score per goal. So all of the previous natural goal scorers, Alan probably just make them look like they're never good. So Alan probably gonna make them look like they're never good. When in turn, you're not comparing with what Messi do, because he can't do what Messi do. He can't do what Ronaldinho do. Robinho, I don't know, for those who old enough in the comment section. JJ Okocha, I don't know those who remember those people. Ricardo Charisma. So them the person, man, they unique. Where me reach now? Where do I reach? Dwight Spence said Fuller had a better club career than Tapper. Yeah, remember, so Fuller played in Premier League for years, in the man. I have to remember that. Tapper failed in the personality. Also, in failing in personality. Well, no, the thing about it, not all coaches will be the same. You can't expect everyone to be the same. You can't expect because let me tell you this. What you guys don't know. I've spoken to a lot of the coaches, and I've never met a coach where two of them behave the same. I've never met that. One of the worst person to deal with and lose are Ludlow. Ludlow can't take losses. Probably that's one of the reasons why he's so successful in a most coaching career. He don't know how to process losing. He don't know how to do it. But a lot of person won't see that. You see one and two interview and get upset and stuff, but you won't see that. You won't see the off the camera things like what we do. Because we're amongst them on a regular basis. Him don't know what to do when him lose. Him don't like him, can't manage it. So that's one of the reasons why he's so successful. Because he's driven by not losing. He's highly motivated by not losing. So, different. Tapper, win, lose, or draw. He's like, I see him nonchalant type of person where just relax and easy going. Win, lose, or draw. A Rudolph speed now. If you win, you have a reason why you win. If you lose, you have an excuse why you lose. So him always have something to say. That's how with Rudolph speed. Who else? T got analyze the game as I see it. When I scoring a goal. Simple. We defend them again. I defend them. I allow the striker too much time and space. Simple as that. So up and dry. That's a T guy. Who else? Where's me? So there's a lot of coaches, and you can see the team basically have their personality. Their team has their personality. Where's when we reach in the comment section? Those unscripted comments are move fast. So me not expect to see all of them the same personality. Javon said, that's how most competition works. 2 big semis and 1 leg final. Ian said, Military, do you wish to see Tapper as Jamaica coach again? I think I've got to believe him resume more. I've got to believe his CV. If it's possible for him, leave from Jamaica, probably go somewhere else, go further in coaching degree, coaching badges, and also the more coaching outside of Jamaica, even coach for a longer time period, understand game, maybe just advance himself a bit more where that is concerned. I would have no problem if he should go out and get the prerequisite knowledge and skill set and come back. I wouldn't have no problem with that. But if I should say, no, I don't want to see him again, I think that would be disingenuous. Because in the event, what if Tapper should win the Premier League, leave Jamaica, send go a championship, start him UEFA pro license, get him pro license, get him B and A, and come back and say one coach in national team? Should I deny him that? And him probably the championship probably do assistant job or something, a coach on youth team or something until maybe he gets himself. Should I deny him? I even end up got coach on team. Should I deny him this? Or should I hear said no, not at all, despite we don't know what the future holds? That would be very much that would be stupid of me to say. So I don't know what's your point of. I don't know your point of view. You probably do it differently. Just going to say we have to start enjoying each other in ball than pile and salad. It's not gold most. I just read that. There's Tapper. Javon plays a Tapper has the best win record of any coach that coach our national team. Do I say Whitmore is more trophies than 90% of Jamaican coaches. Germany was a one-way player. Shaw said Guna Lampard bring Derby from the ground, then fail as Chelsea and Everton get sacked in the same season. Yeah, Lampard is not a good coach. But certainly I do think that coaching go, the longer you do it, most times the better you become. Most times. The more experience you get, the better you become. I don't think everyone is naturally gifted like Klopp, Arteta, Mourinho and these guys who hit the ground running. Or Pep and these guys. I think Pep is like a coach where they're making our lab. I think they make Pep in our lab. Though I said Fuller had maybe come out so far. Andrew said Ricardo Fuller is the skilled Jamaican may ever say. I watching Jamaica from 2003 until now. Man walk through Brazil World Cup in love dribble in the box. Anytime Ricardo get the ball in the 18 box, he like in love dribble. Hey, but me can't tell him. I him missing like more 6 in a football. The reggae boy, a Ricardo missing. Me not, hey, people, me know, listen. A Ricardo Fuller missing like more 6 out of the national stadium. What Missy Bobby Reed hit 6 already. But me I tell her, I see Ricardo hit more 6 in the national stadium. Yeah, true. Brilliant though. Anytime they get in that box, man, him twinkle towards them, man. I tell him, man, you can't touch him, man. Can't touch him. Kevin Williams said, Captain bring in Clayton Donaldson as a striker when you had Fuller because of personal feelings. And I don't think Donaldson's a good striker, but I don't think he live up to the expectations for the Reggae Boys as well. MG, we need to separate Tapper Whitmore, the player, from Tapper Whitmore, the coach. Magic Johnson, for example, was one of the best basketball players ever. And he was terrible at coaching. Yeah, but as me said, man, you never listen to me say E-Republic. But you can't, I'm saying you can't say he's a failure of a coach when he's in the JPL final. He's been to the CONCACAF Gold Cup final before. He has been to semi-finals. He has been to quarter-finals. How many coaches in the region has brought their teams to that level? In the same CONCACAF region who have brought their team to that level? Not many. Not a lot. in the comparison to the amount who have tried. So I can't say he's a failure. I can't say that. No, I do not expect him to be late. Everyone. Nothing to do with losing, even when he won. He was just flat. Duke analyzed him. Kevin said Ricardo Fuller and Ananilo is my two best reggae boys of the past era. Ludlow Bernard, Roman said, try to dress it up. Tapa needs to learn better man management skills. And why I say that, Dwight? Kevin said Tapa not like diaspora player, so I don't want to see him again. Why you think that? Why you think that, Kevin? Why you think that? Why you think that? Have you ever heard that from his mouth? Have you ever heard that from his mouth? King Job said, how many assists does Fuller have? He used to open a lot of attacking plays. That's why he was always getting picked. I'm not sure now. I'm not sure. Supposed to have a lot though. Fuller have 7 goals in 70 caps. Shaw said, I'm just saying there is levels to coaching and enough fail to understand their level in the field. Diego Moulton said Pepper the best ever. God know. Tapa no good brother. Unfortunate, honestly. Why is it unfortunate? So if Tapa no good in their finals, that means what else about the others are coaches them then? Yeah, I said the others are coaching them no good, none at all. Kevin Williams said Javon plays Fuller get the most rating of any reggae boys worldwide, where it really matters. Stoke City even named the club Spots Bar after him. The Ricardo. Roman said analyze Harbour coach. No man, I analyze him already. Say he not like lose. He not like lose. Him very very upsetting. Like not even interview no one when he lose. Not even interview. Him just not like lose. As I said, probably that's one of the reasons why he has garnered so much success and so much trophies during his time period, because of his hatred of losing. So maybe that's what drives him. Yeah, really. Yeah, I'm calm and calm. Humble. Extremely humble. Extremely humble. Somebody, funny enough, you know, if you see him, you would not want to approach him, but he's very, very approachable. And him listen. Him listen keenly. Hey, Lord, listen keenly to what people have to say. Keenly. He woke up in ears, them man. Listen. So you might even like team and say something, and him hear you say it. And I'm make you know, say he hear you. Jesse said Tapa said he didn't communicate with the overseas players. Baller. Paul talk to them. You don't remember that? Communicate different from don't like Jason Guna. Remember you know, he said Tapa don't like overseas player. No, you're saying Tapa don't communicate with overseas player. That's two different things. So that's what I'm saying. Be careful of what you say. Be careful of what you say. You one said communicate, one said don't like. Don't communicate, don't like are two different contexts. So be careful of what you say. Diego Moulton said, who is the best coach in our league right now? Who is the best coach in our league right now? This is going to be very, very contradicting. And let me tell you why. The best coach in our league. The best coach in our league. Right at this present moment. I'm going to say Rudolph Speed. Jesse said, why would a coach say he doesn't communicate with members of his team? I don't know Jason Guna, but do not, all I'm saying, Jason Guna, do not mix up communication, like to communicate versus like disliking players. Do not mix it up. Despite what you're saying, do not mix it up. Trevor said MG Tapa said it that he didn't talk to overseas players. He must say Paul Hall talked to him. Yes, I remember that. But the person said Tapa do not like the overseas players them. Versus Tapa do not communicate to the overseas players them. So what all I'm saying is, remember, I'm not in the camp. We don't know what's happening. We can speculate as much as we want. But do not misunderstood like to communicate versus like having the players them. Do not mix up communicate with players with like players. Do not use one and said it equates to the other. Do not do that. That's very, very dangerous. That's very, very dangerous. That's very, very dangerous. Though I said Philip Williams at Portmore United, brilliant coach. But me go say me go say something there, man. Me go say Mr. Speed. Me go give you the reason why I say Mr. Speed. Just please remember me. Whitmore does not like uncommitted players. Roman said, LOL. Dazzy said, how you determine that? What would you use? Alright, we are going to tell you. Jesse Guna said, I never say I didn't like them. That was someone else. Exactly. No, that me I said. That's me never say you, Jesse. I'm saying that the question was, the statement was, Tapper Whitmore does not like the players them. And then now he said, MG remember say, him saying don't communicate with them. So all I'm saying, do not equate with him not liking players with not communicating players. Do not make it equally same. Because none of us have any, if not one of us have any evidence that Tapper says that out of mouth saying don't like the players them. None of us have the evidence. So we have to be very careful. Me, well, only can't say anything on the one. I want comment section. Even though I can read it. But I can't say that. I can't say that. I can't say that. Though I spent Jeff have poor communication skills. Diogo said, speed for me. Then Philip Williams. Travis said, Tapper is very vindictive towards players, local and overseas. MG. That's facts. Travis, that's your facts. I have no problem with you saying that. I don't know. Jay said, you equate those two things, not me. No. Alright. I'm gonna make you say this. See that? I'm make you say this. I come like a media now. Rob Smith said Tapper has more caps. Tapper has capped more diaspora players than any coach in Jamaica's history. Ian said, from what I saw from Tapper, he was not a fan of overseas born players. So you see now, look at the two different in contrast now. Look at the two different. Rob Smith said Tapper has capped more diaspora players than any coach in Jamaica history. Then Ian Campbell said, from what I saw from Tapper, he was not a fan of the overseas born players. You see contrast in about no people. So we a speculation. These are all, well, I don't think what Rob Smith said is speculation. So that's because that can be proven. All you have to do is calculate how much persons incorporate players. But Ian Campbell now, his statement is coming from his observation and his opinion. This is what he said. From what I saw, that's observation. He was not a fan of the overseas born players. That's his opinion. Compared to Rob Smith, Tapper has capped more diaspora players than any other coach in Jamaica. So Rob Smith is actually stating a fact. We can do a fact check for that. But we cannot fact check opinion. We cannot fact check opinion because it was not stated as a fact. So we have to just make your opinion stay as opinion. Marlon said Paul Hall communicated to the players in the UK because he was already in UK, so he could keep Tapper up to date. And that makes sense as well. That makes sense. Dwight said JFF created the communication confusion amongst the senior national team. Diego Moulton said yes, until you have proved it will call facts. Travis said Maps, Hector and Ravel in that order. My favorite reggae boy currently. Alright, so let me just explain to you now the reason. Blows and Skirt, me have over 100 persons watching. I'm not if we can reach 40 likes. Anyways, anytime I deal with JPL or anything, nobody really like JPL, so nobody not gonna like it. Nobody not gonna like it. Eagle probably said, said Whitmore played the communication, played and communicated extremely well with Canada-born Andy Williams for years. Eagle probably said, MG, how many coaches have been given the time, tenure that Tapper was given as a national coach? Bridget, Tapper is the only coach who had an apprenticeship with a national team to get a JPL job. I don't understand that. Robert Smith said Tapper had his favorite. Hector, Bobby, and Maps were among those players. JC Goodness, Rob said Tapper also had the longest tenure, so more chances. We love the JPL, Dwight Spence said. Brando said exactly, Marlon. It made sense that all would have spoken to them being on the ground with the UCOR players. Yeah, true. Pastor, big up. Lots of people, Pastor Ariandro Brown said lots of people love the JPL, true. Alright, so let me tell you why now I have Rudolph Speed now at this present moment as the best coach in the JPL. Now, Rudolph Speed team, you can pull Rudolph Speed team, their starting 11, and just remove about 4 players, and you have a schoolboy football team. You can pull 4 players, and you have a schoolboy football team. Now, I don't think that many coaches in the JPL has the capacity to take a team with so much amateurs to perform. So remember now, for the full season, the completion and the regular season, they came second behind Arnett. They came in second behind Arnett. And now guess what? Arnett is out with a more experienced and senior players. And they're now into the finals with a team comprised of breast milk and nipple buckle. With a team comprised of breast milk and nipple buckle. For the whole season, he has been using breast milk and nipple buckle. I play against fully grown men, senior international players as well. And he's the one who's on the finals. The one came second on the table and he's on the final. Now, you have to put that in context. How many coach can use that age bracket to compete at such a consistent level time and time again? And remember this, how many teams in the league lost their two best players like Cavaliers did? Their two best players, Richard King, Busy Atkinson. They lost their two best players and they're still in the final. So there's a lot to say about it. Dwight Spencer, what was the attendance at Sabina Park? I think about 14,000, something like that. Or Real Escaf says 15,000 spectators. Travis said Cavaliers 8 wins, Mount Pleasant 2 wins, 5 draw games between both of them. Wow. Jenna said it's an amateur league though. Those young players are very good, and that's all it takes. No, no. Jenna, no. That's as simple as you make it sound. Nowhere as simple as you make it sound. It's nowhere as simple as you make it sound. Diego Moulton said Lenny did a try it, but the JFF say him have too much schoolboys in his squad. But remember, I said the same thing what happened with Lenny. The same thing happened to Speed. Speed can't play some of them. In any given time, it's the same rule applies to both Lenny and Speed. Same rule applies. The issue with Lenny and Chapperton were vastly different. Some internal issues that can't really be discussed here because I won't take in the lawsuit. I won't take in the lawsuit, and those are some internal matters, and only a few persons know about it. And if I should say, if somebody can say, boy, I him say so. Yeah. Real Scott said them fight Lenny and let through them friends Speed. I don't really understand that. Still, Travis said MG, Hope, Chris Williams and Owen Hill know said the finals must be played at the National Stadium next Sunday. Why should change? Why if we put it at the National Stadium? Why Travis? Why we need to put it at the National Stadium? Why? When down Sabina have such a brilliant atmosphere, everything right, this, that, right. But Travis, you travel from Mobile come down here, so. And even you're from Westmoreland, because I'm Westmoreland there. Travis, you travel from Westmoreland come watch match. Yeah? And you tell him what to do. You're not easy, no, Travis. But you don't know, Sid. Real said Speed fight out Lenny Vision. Dwight Spencer said Cavaliers has the same average age as the runners-up in Costa Rica and Brazil. Nothing special. But Dwight Spencer, we're speaking about the JPL. How we reach Costa Rica now. How we reach a Costa Rica and Brazil. That's the thing, you know. People have to realize, you know. We're discussing the JPL. We don't need to go outside the JPL. At JPL we're discussing, you know. And it is something special because this is the youngest team ever win a league. I think our Cavaliers do it. The youngest team ever win a top flight league in the country. Not top flight, the top tier league for the particular country. A Cavaliers supposed to do it. So we know they are Brazil still, my boss. We know they are Costa Rica. What about the JPL still? So we use everything in context of Jamaica. So we not talk about we not talk about nowhere else. I yes with it. I yes with it. As the head of technical committee, which is conflict of interest. What is conflict of interest? Rob Smith said the discipline Tapper brought to Mount Pleasant is the difference. Tapper. Let me see. Hold on. Let me there. Travis said Diego Moulton, stop your madness. JFF not do nothing with Chapelton Maroons. Let me corrupt the youths. Dwight Spence said his speed has the power to and ability to recruit the top youth players in Jamaica. Dwight Spence, every club can do that. Every single club can do that. And some of the baddest youths in Jamaica, some of the baddest ball in Jamaica, you know what them there? Mount Pleasant. Some of them are Mount Pleasant in there. Mount Pleasant have one central midfielder named Damani Miller. That you can play in any JPL team right now. And he not play for the team. At the tier 2 he play. Damani, he's the captain for he's the captain for the Brownstone team. I think he was number 17. So, I don't know, do I spend any and everybody can recruit. Everybody can recruit. You can go anywhere go recruit players. You have top youth talents in Jamaica where listen to this now. Cavaliers players them they are Cavaliers for a long time now. Most of them are come from the youth system, come right up. Anybody can do it. Just that Cavaliers, because they want bunks the finances them or never some bunks, balance the finances and balance the books. They go the direction of youth with intensive training. Reggie Brown says Speed is a good coach, but rarely give credit to other coaches when he loses. No man. You sure, pa? No man, you sure about that? I always give credit to coaches, man. I always give credit. Travis said MG Sports, the final to play a national stadium is the maker of our football. Go back, look. The JPL finals is the past. In the past, look. Matches at the national stadium. Yeah, but the atmosphere at Sabina bossy, man. It's nice. Realist Cup said Sabina Park is the best stadium in Jamaica. The pitch and the atmosphere is peak. Love it there. Plus, you get the best football play. Love it. Travis, the pitch better than the national stadium, Travis. The pitch way better. Look, the production, the production, how it look, the atmosphere, the feeling. It's different, man. It's different, man. It's different. I don't think they can move from Sabina. Sabina, I love Sabina. Even though parking is a problem, Sabina, I love Sabina, man. The atmosphere is different. The only other place I love more than Sabina, I don't have Garden. Don't have Arnett. When all the Arnett and a Mount Pleasant play, or don't have Arnett, the atmosphere, bossy, yeah, man. Bossy, man. You see, atmosphere have a lot to do with how good a football match is. Alright, let me give you a perfect example. Or the impact of atmosphere. The first match, hot. Second match, a decent match, But we can tell you, even the commentators, they want to sleep. A book. Daniel Oliver book over with the mics. I see my book. What going from the internet? I don't know what going from the internet. Bucky commentator them about people. I tell them, man. They might buck your fret. Let me just put the scene. Me I tell them, man, when the match done, man, me I tell you, normally, a team are going to finals, big celebration that. I get none. So Cavaliers have got to do something with their support still. The support as is concerned. Me know a good Cavaliers supporter. And them so-called bossy. So them no jump up and make nice. So them say. Alright, the stadium will have proper security and will the car their theft index be high? Not sure. I don't know if me or nobody at Sabina complain about car theft. I'm not sure. Diego Moulton never like how Cavaliers win the league, honestly. Rudolph Speed. Hey, so Rudolph Speed is here. It's a passer I rarely lose. Moulton said Speed is here. Nemsi said, no, most of Cavs players not coming from their youth system. You need to check it out, man. A lot of them are coming from the youth system, man. Stinger Matty said, I think it should be at National Stadium because Sabina Park is easily full because they're not open all the seats. Why it makes sense? No, man. Oh, last night everywhere open. Kwani, big up. I don't have anything against Cavaliers, but Speed definitely I want to lose. But if you're not, you want Speed, but if Speed lose, Cavaliers not gonna lose. Dwight Spencer said need temporary stands around the pitch. Will JPL resolve the security issue for the finals with a worldwide audience? I think so. Riandra Brown Marlon said Sabina Park has a good atmosphere and the seating is much more comfortable. However, the parking is a headache. That's a true. That's a true. That's why I got a match early. At 2 o'clock be a match. People me reach a match around 2 o'clock. So we can get proper parking. Diego said best set of match played at Sabina is schoolboy football back in 2014-15 season. Cavaliers don't have any fan base where they actually base. They're not really based anywhere. It's just that winning over time period build up a fan base still. So I think they have to just go and win some game. And the thing is, it's because they have so much youth in their team. So I think they might go build them fan base through that still. So once them continues to win. Wicked Man Burt, big up. Cavaliers fan base small, but the club need to rally them fans. True. Like Arnett. I must say about 4 bus come from down a jungle. More 4 bus come from a jungle. Tennessee said people can't just give the man his credit who is better coach than Speed in Jamaica. Christopher Wright said but Tapper had the team longer than any other coach over 2 stints. Diego said yes, them play 2 rounds and crown champions, but the following year is a different way of winning. No really understand. Robson said Speed never walk with him suitcase on the sideline this weekend. Security must be fixed. Hey. So say alright, so last week for the last which match again? I think I don't remember which match. When Mr. Speed come out to the back pan him back and my wife said my wife always a game, so my wife said to me say my wife said Mr. Speed pack extra luggage. The company feel it today. Laugh, I'm looking at the comment section and I tell you that beer that people talk about. Wicked Man said the league can have move to the stadium maybe. If Sabina sold out 4 or 5 seasons straight, then them can move it. But for the stage where they might build up something, say that Sabina Idol is ideal for the finals. Jason says Speed don't need fans for our players, just his game model. No man, they need fans, man. Every club need fans. Weird Evans said I've been to both Sabina Park and Stadium. Sabina is definitely better. The atmosphere is significantly better. Rudolph Smith said jungle was empty, unguarded, anyone could walk through. True. Empty. The empty, me I tell someone, it bust like a, he said, jungle is like a foolishness. The place ram. When Arnett scored, the stadium was in shackles. Military, the venue issues the league needs to be fixed. Games should be played at the club venues instead of Sabina Park. Why? Why? You are going to be them. What you have got to know? You have got to bring one model to the clubs them and tell them how them can improve them infrastructure and how them can make some more money. Because the money is not really there. If you upgrade the venues like that, you think football have chicken feed money? Think football have chicken feed money? But I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying, but in general, most finals are played at neutral venue. In general. So, I understand where I come from. But in general, most finals are played at neutral venue. In general. Dwight Spencer, Sush brought cheerleaders and band. Yeah. Hey, something there for the finals. Mr. Gold say, I'm an empty center. So goal, so I'm going to empty Senton. MG, how do you believe Tapa Whitmore would fare if Mount Pleasant enters the CONCACAF Club Championship? Would you bet your house on Whitmore's coaching skills? But we barely have teams who compete significantly or really perform well. So why me I go bet? Could have been Whitmore, yes or no? Me nah bet that. It could have. Me say it could have even be all Grims. Me nah bet it. Me nah bet that. Do I Spencer Stush about the Chili's? Wicked man burp said exactly MG. I don't know you have man where junglist them say from down a country come up for the match. Yeah. Stinger Matty said, well, it's just easily full for me and the security are shove out people. But Sabina is a bomb. Is Cavaliers a community based club or is just a bill club that attracts attached to nowhere? Yes, that's the situation. They're not a community based club. I don't think there's which one. I don't think in a Jamaica named Cavalier. They're not a community based club. They're a club just like Arsenal. Just like Arsenal. And got England go take away the fans them from all over in England. So you don't necessarily you don't have somewhere named Arsenal in Nalanda. You don't have somewhere named so where you have other clubs them who actually have the name. And then let's go bother with other clubs them and take away them fans. Mount Pleasant fan base bring a certain vibes to big matches. It's Mount Pleasant and Arnett fans. I love them. I love the Mount Pleasant and Arnett fans. Ricardo Badger said it's hard for Cavaliers to compete for fans with most teams because they are not really a community like Arnett or Tivoli, Harbour, etc. That's true. That is true. That is true. They're not necessarily a community hard. So in that aspect, they have to build their fan base through winning. That's the direction that they have to go. Pastor said entire Kingston should come out and support Cavaliers. Burb said Sabina calls it more smaller. Think they need to separate the home and away fans because they know how the thing set and some people love war, especially when them side lose. You know, funny, strangely, I've been to Sabina many games and I can't recall seeing a lot of war. I think I've seen war one time. I don't recall. As bad as Jamaican fans be, we have with time. And so come out if you enjoy yourself. I enjoy come. We don't come to fight. I mix and mingle. I enjoy come to enjoy yourself. So I can't recall experiencing a lot of teams fighting or anything like that. I can't recall that. And most of my memories them at Sabina is more enjoyment. BM said, I know football is not chicken feed money. Speed own a club and he can tell you. Some rich man settings. Yeah, man. Speed money not tap yourself. I'm telling you now. Dwayne Spencer, get rid of this cycling track. It is killing the revenue for track and field. But what if they start the cycling? What if they start the cycling? Kevin Williams said, Rufus Speed, big up, sir. Speed, I give you your props as a coach, but you were exposed and more qualified. So I think you always have an unfair advantage. Knowledge is power. Yeah, but that's not an unfair advantage. Go and seek knowledge in. Orlando Brown said parking not safe at Sabina. Ricardo Badger said there is a parking lot where you pay if you go in now. With the design signed by Sabina. Even police, they have a police base over there. Police MC over there. If you're right in front of Sabina. Over there, so. So you pay $500 for parking. Remember, Cavaliers has been around for ages. They are not new, but they are not connected to a community, and that's why you don't see any of the fan base. Mount Pleasant will put together an international roster for CONCACAF Champions League. Marlon says, Dwight Spence, Mount Pleasant roll out every 8 buses and over 100 cars. Mount Pleasant has a very big fan base. Fabi Fernandez said, Swallow Field. Kwan said, why can't the clubs play back at their home venue? When Treasure Beach advances the JPL this year, are they going to take the home game from them when St. Elizabeth is dying for a JPL team for years now? No, they're not going to take the home game. Treasure Beach will be able to play their home games. The thing is, the league is going to a direction where they want to have, wherever the match is being played, it's supposed to be suitable for commercialized, to be commercialized, to be televised, has to be suitable. So All them factors have to come in play. So not saying that they won't get it, but they will have their game. But once they start that out, I do believe that they will be able to have it. Especially the facilities bossy. Even if they play down at States, I can tell her. If Treasure Beach play them game down by States, down at States High School, I can tell her, pack, ram. Burp said Cavalier, we up in the hills of St. Andrew, but the club not affiliated with this. So Arsenal is a hybrid Islington-based team. What happened to Kevin Isaacs from Mount Pleasant? Haven't seen him for a while. I think he was injured. Cavs from Swallowfield. Brando said, don't they train near Sabina by Alpha? They should rally those community. Yeah, the thing about it is that most teams, I'm telling you, most of the teams, them have players from a particular community. So for like Arnett, people are come out to come see Parker Blacks. People are come out to come see the youth them from Arnett to play for Arnett. Youth are Deacon. Deacon's a fan favorite. So them love the youth them who in a Arnett or come off. So most of the clubs them, when you come from the community and you play for the club, you know so that drive traction. I don't know what's going on with the internet, you know. All of a sudden my internet is act up on its own basis. I don't know why the internet acting up on its own basis. My sincere apologies, people. The internet give me a fight. Top Mountain View, Mr. Rudolph Speed said, I go plug in this because the internet act up on me bad. Alright, where is it? I don't know what's going on with the internet. I don't know what is going on with the internet, people. I don't know. I have no clue what's going on with the internet. I think it could be back up now. But it has been very, very inconsistent for a good time period now. So I just have to fix this. I'm going to know what cost if you have dropped, so. Alright. So in the meantime, when I come up, I don't know what cost internet for your job, so. Like up the stream, people, do I Spence said, Mr. Speed said, Diego Moulton said, Speed a far better coach for a Tapper. Ricardo, I went with Cavalier to win. I want Cavalier soon because I think Speed is doing a great thing with those youths, and we seem to have, and it seemed to me a man of integrity. Tapper versus Speed Sunday should be interesting. Marlon said, Arnett and Mount Pleasant fan was seating together with no confrontation. True, yeah, me I tell her. The two teams, so that's I mean I understand why people feel like there's going to be confrontation. I don't know why people think. I don't know why people think that. I'm not sure why people believe that there's always going to be some contention or issues. I don't think so. Best coaching move by Tapper, bench Topi. Ruda, Mr. Speed said Cavalier started at Woolmer's Girls, but it's mostly identified with Nannyville and Mountain View. Oh, interesting. Diego Moulton said Trivante and Demario gonna be the difference maker in that game, but don't sleep on Colin. No. Ooh. I try to fix the internet, people. I don't know why my internet act up like this. Alright, so that should fix it. I don't know I'm not sure what that costs internet if you act up so. But I think that definitely should fix it. Manavala said Collins first touch a kill him. Dwight Spence said all it takes is one bad incident in the stands. Yeah, but Dwight, the bad incident can also happen between the same fan base. A Mount Pleasant man probably can say something and the next Mount Pleasant man don't like it and it cause problem. But Arnett and Mount Pleasant, them sit together, them a banter, them a laugh off of each other, and there was no issue. So I don't think that's a problem. Mr. Speed, you need for you do go get on the socials way more active and get creative with not just post only lead up to the match day with only match day info. For preventative measures, they should separate the fans. Listen, but me I tell you, Dwight, it don't really matter, man. No, it don't matter. Matter, Dwight. Me I tell you, it don't matter. I've seen last year finals, both Dumby Walling and Harbour fans in their stands together. That's just the natural. That's just how that's natural aspect. So I don't see anything. Big up Leon Parkinson, Rainers Cup June 25. Bless up Leon. Hey, I hope they move the tier 2. I hope they move the tier 2 because the tier 2 they end up fall on the same day as the Rainers Cup. So I kind of hope they move the tier 2. I really hope they move the tier 2 so that we can get to do the tier 2 finals. But maybe we not get to do the tier 2 finals because the tier 2 finals fall on the same day as the launch of the Rainers Cup. So I might not get to do that. Diego Moulton said you can't separate fans in a stadium. Yeah, you can, you can. You can, but you don't. Sometimes people don't really dress a particular way if you can tell them a fan. So you really don't know if them actually a fan of which team. So people just come to come watch football. You might see a man coming in a red shirt and not necessarily means that Arnett might come support. You just have a red shirt and wear a red shirt. It's easy if you tell when you see a man in our Arnett jersey. Yeah, my Arnett come support. You can't say go over this, but really and truly you don't really know. You don't really know. Suppose on Sunday now, you have people who come support Cavaliers and wear blue. Them not blue. You tell them say you can't go over this because they're not blue. No, it don't really operate like that. Wicked Man represents Guna, me see a story a jungle tell a Mount Pleasant man both in parents and man said that's not a bright idea. Me not understand what you mean by that. What do you mean by that? Travis said, this man just love chat like him have all Jamaican football. Dwight Spence said there was an issue with fans running on the pitch after goals, but that happened everywhere. That happened everywhere still in the Dwight Spence. You know what championship, man? You know what championship and the lower tier leagues them? There's a reason why you do it. Yeah, when you go German league and them place, you see they have a big mesh up. That's the reason why they have a mesh up, you know. If you stop the fans them from running on the pitch, you know. that's the sole reason. The players them say I've never watched a Premier League game and see players them run going and sit and fans go celebrate to the fans them. Fans them are grab on him. You never watch it? Come on, man. Come on, man. There's a lot to it, man. There's so much to it. Anyways, alright, so people, we have the big match that is coming. We have been here an hour and a half now. I tell the truth. I never really know something that say so long. The big match that is coming up is this weekend. Mount Pleasant versus Cavaliers. I think I will get some free ticket to give away. And in that sense, I will see what I can do where that is concerned. But I won't get that yet. I'll be doing a preview show for that. On, I think Friday. I'll be doing a preview show for that on Friday. I think Friday is the ideal day. Wicked Man Burp said, meaning two of them set of fans them sit side by side and the man did take this and say he's not going to defend it, Guna. He could have gone left and that's why I say it's not but me tell us it, at the end of the day it takes two to tango. If one man don't want a beef, but at the end of the day, as me say, two fans of the same team can just argue with each other and it turn out to a big fight just the same. So no matter which way you look on it, you can have issues. No matter which way you look on it. Who me pick for Saturday Champions League final? City. City. It's hard to look past City. Watch the AC Milan versus Inter Milan and crap boy, the quality was poor. Our sports said Etihad just got fan invasion last week. See there? And Mario, that's why in stadiums you have a away end and home end. And family stand where a man I go watch a ball, go in at the family stand. Marlon Nelson, Marlon, you think Mr. Udall is the best coach in Jamaica? Wicked Man bro said me over, bro. But you can't be reactive. You have to be you can't be reactive, you have to be proactive. I agree. No, me totally agree. Me totally agree. But we don't really have that culture. I don't think we cultured football like that. We're home and away. We don't really cultured like that. I've never really seen that. Even when the national team are play, everybody mix up. There's one grandstand and there's one bleachers. Everybody mix up. Everybody mix up. So, Robert and Benny, big up. I want Racing and Treasure Beach a play. Me don't know, me not drop a fixture that I think Racing and Treasure Beach are the last match of the season. I think Racing and Treasure Beach are the last match of the season. That's gonna be that's gonna be an interesting one. Inter Milan shouldn't be underestimated though. They have lots of experience that counts for on big occasion. I agree, it does. But the bookies always go swing towards Man City because of the quality, what they have done, the players, them, all that kind of stuff. The bookies always go swing towards Man City. So I do think that the favor is more likely in favor of Man City. Travis said, I want Cavalier to win, but if Montpellier doesn't win, I would not feel away because Mr. Goal deserves to win a title. And my friend Leonard Rankin, who top our fight from season. I'm getting top our fighting from season. All of them play good still. They play good. We don't have the resources to do so. Jacob played against City. You just can't make this up. True. I've quite a few former Premier League players them going up against City. Anyways, people, I'm going to close off now. It's a 1 hour margin. I want to say thank you very much for tuning in. People, all those people who are consistently watching JPL, I have no problem with you watching JPL. All I have to say to you is turn off your TV. That's all we can say. Turn off your TV. The quality, the Bush League, just don't watch the Bush League. So you don't need to see it. You don't need to hear about it. Simple as that. Just turn off your TV. Anyways, people, smash the like button, people. Hit the subscribe button if you're here for the first time. I never really intend to go so long, but certainly we have gone over the hour margin. I want to say thank you very much, guys, for the support. This has been a long season of football. We have the Raiders Cup coming up. It's a female football competition that's going to extend over the period, I think about 2 months, 1 to 2 months period. It's going to be brilliant, people. I'll be bringing the games. You'll be seeing those games. So tune in. Make sure you tune in, people. Enjoy the rest of your time, people. Dropping the next results and stuff. So big up. Unfortunately, Portmore never make it. So you go. Big up, people. MG Sports TV, people. I'm out. Boom. What is this button there? Music.